Hello and welcome to this afternoon's games between the Pleasanton Bulldogs and your hometown SEM Mustangs. We'll be sure to turn on the arena or gymnasium microphone once the warm-up is complete. And we'll get underway in about 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Get that there up on the camera so you can tell when the warm-up is over. We're about to start the JV action here with the girls from Pleasanton and the girls from SEM. The esports team is running the concessions here today. And if you would like to help them out by donating, you can send a check to the school. I would be, being the esports coach, I would greatly appreciate it as we are fundraising to try to buy 6 computers that will actually run the games that we play. We did have a team make it to state in Rocket League. That was Colt Schroeder, Carson Rohde, Tucker Weitzel, and Carson Bosock. And they ended up getting 3rd place. Had a nice little medal ceremony, and we went down to Concordia University to compete. It was a good time. The season's about to get underway. We'll begin scheduling next week for the following week's first league games. The games this year will be League of Legends and Super Smash Brothers for our students. But tonight is about athletic sports, and so we will be bringing you the basketball games, starting with the girls JV, then the boys JV, followed by the girls varsity and the boys varsity. Our girls have wins are 9-2 this year, with wins over Will Hill, Loomis, Red Cloud, Highline, Ansley Litchfield, Franklin, Sandhills Valley, Highline, and Axtell. And their losses are to Elm Creek and Callaway. The girls are currently rated 6th in the state in Class D2. And in playoff points we're talking about there. The boys are 6-4 with wins over Will Hill, Red Cloud, Highline, Franklin, Sandhills Valley, Highline again, and losses to Loomis, Elm Creek, Ansley Litchfield, and Axtell. The last time we brought you the games, it was against Axtell. The boys lost in a heartbreaker, and the girls won. So we've got the Lady Mustangs are looking to get a win over the 9-1 Pleasanton girls team that's rated 1st in the state. So we should have a pretty good matchup here tonight. Dropping that game to Callaway last week was a tough one, but they lost 64-39 in that game. But Callaway is a high-rated C2 team against a high-rated D2 team. So it didn't really cost us too many playoff points, and we went from 4th to 6th, dropping 2 places. Two and a half minutes to go here in the warm-up before we get underway. Still kind of recovering from the wrestling tournament yesterday. We had the annual Mustang Invite. The day before that, on Thursday, we had a duel against Highline that the Mustangs won. So 3 days of athletic competition in a row here for the SEM gymnasium. It's gone. If you ever watch those videos on TV or on YouTube of them doing a changeover between like a hockey rink and a basketball court, that's what it kind of looked like last night when everybody was changing, pulling out all the mats, putting away all the equipment, and then getting the basketball court cleaned up and ready for today. So good job to all those who participated in that action. And that allows us to get underway on time today as we will tip off in just a little over a minute. All right, 45 seconds to go here. We'll start tip-off. All right, the Pleasanton ladies are out. The Mustang ladies are out. And Jenna Claflin to tip against Katie Lidner. No, that's not Katie Lidner. Anyway, here we go. Sydney Ripp has the ball, passes it left, knocked out of bounds though by Reagan Weisdorfer, there we go. That's who was tipping off, not Lidner. They've got, I misread the program. My bad. Sydney's got it on top again. Now she crosses over, picks up her dribble, having to get away with it, and it's stolen by number 25. She takes it coast to coast, up and in. Number 25, J.C. Flood with her first 2 points of the ball game. They're trying to get it in. They can't get it in. They get it into Kaylee Jackson, who ends up on the line. And out of bounds, turnover. Pleasanton's ball. Natalie Rasmussen inbounds it to Flood. She goes right to Zwiener. Now back atop front. Kind of moving it around the right side over there. Now she has it on the L corner. Gets it into the side. Gets it down low on the block. One dribble. Pass across to the three-pointer. She squares up. The shot's up. No good off the rim. Rebound. Kaylee Jackson, but it goes off her fingers and out of bounds. That'll be Pleasanton ball. 1 minute gone in this JV game. Looks like we're going to play 3 quarters today. The three-pointer up off the inbounds. No good. Rebound, Tessa Nichols. She dribbles down the right side. Crossover over to Jenna. Takes it over across the timeline. Almost loses it. Trying to find somebody to get it to. She's going to get, right at the end of the 5-second call, she throws it over to Sydney. Sydney drives left, all baseline jumper up, no good. Rebound, Pleasanton. Looks like Taryn Flood got that rebound. Throws it up to the other Flood, who's fouled. So we got Tara Flood. That foul goes on Kaylee Jackson, her first. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound, 25. Takes a dribble, gets it over to 12. Over to 21, Flood squares up. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound, Corinne Bryan, who has a birthday tomorrow. Happy early birthday to her. Jenna Claflin dribbling down, kind of pushes off. Flood's pressuring her. She gets it up to Jackson, now over to Tessa Nichols. They set up their offense. Crossover, a couple dribbles, pass over to Sydney, three-pointer up, bank shot, no good. And it goes out of bounds, it'll be Pleasanton ball. Took kind of a funny roll off the rim and ended up going out of bounds in a place where you wouldn't think it could if it wasn't touched. Number 10 has it here on the left elbow in front of us. Now down to the block. That's JC Flood with it. She's double teamed. That's Nichols and Jackson on her. Now Corinne comes in, and they get it back out. Flood squares up, thought about a three. Head fake, drives the lane, shot up, blocked by Bryant. Rebound Pleasanton. Number 10 in the lane, shots up, no good. Rebound Pleasanton. The three-pointer by Flood is up, no good. Rebound Pleasanton, and a foul from behind on Corinne Bryan. Looked like a pretty good block, but I have 2 shots here for, looks like that's, can't see, 33, okay. Taryn Flood. First one's up, no good. Substitutions into the game for both teams. Danny Claflin will come in for the Mustangs. Number 31, Lauren Smith, comes in for Pleasanton. Shots up and good. So she hits this 1 of 2. Extends the lead to 3-0. Ball knocked out of bounds. But it'll stay Mustang ball. 5:11 to go in what is the second quarter because we're only running 3 quarters, so we skipped the first. Pleasanton has the lead 3-0. Danny Claflin getting ready to inbound it. Gets it to Sydney underneath. And we got a timeout called by Coach Hunt. Almost did it again. She wants to talk it over with her team. 5:10 to go here in the first half. A score of 3-0, Pleasanton. Team fouls are 2 on Mustangs and none on the Bulldogs. The ladies are head coached Pleasanton by Jordan Arensdorf. Assistant coaches Randy Bauer and Brianna Deans, one of the two. Randy Bauer was a State Farm agent where I grew up. Different Randy Bauer. Danny Claflin gets the send off. 1-2-3 Mustangs. Here we go. They're going to inbound with full court pressure. They do a little press breaker, get it to Sydney, back to Danny. Now back to Sydney. She takes a couple dribbles, is trapped, loses it, turnover. Pleasanton pushes it up the court, goes off of Danny's foot and out of bounds. That'll be Pleasanton ball. Both teams with masks on for the first time. We've seen that this year for our home games anyway. They inbound it to 12. She dribbles across the top. Now back to 25. 25 to 21. That's Flood. She head fakes. Now dribbles in, passes it back out. All the way over to Flood. Squares up, takes a deep 3. No good. She's shot about 6 of those. I'm guessing one's going to fall eventually. Danny Claflin gets the turnover and starts down the court. Gets it up to Sydney. Some pressure. Ball's knocked away and turnover. Kaylee gets a hand in there, knocks it out of bounds, but it'll be Pleasanton ball. JC Flood with a steal there for Pleasanton. Now here comes Reagan. Oh, that's Reagan Weisdorfer. Oh, Weisdorfer's the one taking all the threes. That was my bad. Ooh, I got to get going here. I'm going to get my readers. Weisdorfer dribbles in. She's fouled. And I think that'll be on Jackson. It'll be her second. And it is. The inbound goes out to Flood. Now over to Weisdorfer for 3. No good again. Getting closer. The Mustangs are happy to let her shoot those as long as she doesn't start making them. Now the trap on the timeline. And she does get it out. Jenna Claflin for 3. Up off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Pleasanton. Now they're moving down the court. Weisdorfer has it up on the wing. She drives down underneath, passes it to 12, and she's fouled. Natalie Rasmussen will go to the line for 2. 3:40 to go in the half. Foul on Danny Claflin, her first. Team's 4th. And she gets the first one. Natalie Rasmussen with her first point of the game. Bulldogs leading 4-0. Some substitutions here. Corinne back in. Mary Day sees her first action of the afternoon. Second shot's up. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound, Mary Day. She makes an immediate impact. There goes Danny down the right side. Now back to Mary. Over to Sydney. Back to Danny. Quick action with the ball. Loses her dribble. Gets it over to Kaylee, who's double teamed. A lot of hands in there. And we have a jump ball as Weisdorfer ties it up. And it'll be Pleasanton ball. Natalie Rasmussen brings it down, now over to Weisdorfer here on the left wing. She gets it to the elbow, now high-low, pass down to the block. They're triple teamed back out top. They go around the horn. Dribbles down to the corner. Thought about a three. Get down on the block, shots up, no good. Rebound Jackson. She throws it up to Mary Day, who just about loses it. Now they're tied up again, and this time it'll be Mustang ball after the jump ball. 3 minutes to go in the half, 4-0 the score, Bulldogs. Brock Elson and Stetson Dittmer are your officials for our JV action today. Danny has it up top. She throws it over to the left. A three-pointer up by Sydney, no good. Ball bounces around. Sydney ends up with it, tries to throw it back up, but into a sea of arms. And Natalie Rasmussen comes out of the pack with it, driving down the right side. Weisdorfer for three. Banked it, almost made it, but didn't. Now Sydney's out on the break. And who's that chasing her down? Zwiener. Steals it from behind. Now she loses it. Ball goes out of bounds, but it goes. Ooh, I thought it was off of Zwiener, but they say it was off of Sydney, and she'll come out of the game for Jenna Claflin, who will put pressure on the inbound pass. Ooh, not a very good inbound pass, but Rasmussen tracks it down, and she brings the ball down. Protected. Nice steal by Jenna Claflin. Long arms, get in there. And she's fouled before she gets to the bucket. Looks like that will be on the floor, so we won't be shooting for that one. That foul is on Rasmussen, her first, and the team's first foul. So they went almost 6 minutes without a foul, Pleasanton. And I mean, there could have been some that were close, but they played really clean basketball so far. Claflin getting ready to inbound, gets it to Josie Smith, who just checked in the game. Shots up, no good. Rebound is bouncing around. Now they've got a couple girls on the floor. Whoa, Corinne Bryan threw the girl over the top. Definitely the stronger of those two. And I think a jump ball was called. Yes, and so it'll be Pleasanton ball, and a whole bunch of substitutions coming in and out. 2:11 to go, 4-0. Bulldogs. They pass it into the middle, free throw line. Now they get it down into the block, right underneath the basket. Shots up, bounces off the rim twice, no good. Weisdorfer gets the rebound outside the lane. She puts it up, no good. And Corinne Bryan wrestles it away, and she's fouled by Weisdorfer. She's been real close to picking up that foul all afternoon, and she finally got a little bit too much arm, and the call was made. Her first foul. Oh, stolen by Weisdorfer. Now stolen back by Smith. Smith takes a few dribbles, and she's fouled, and that'll be Weisdorfer picked up her second. So you see that sometimes with fatigue. We're getting close to the end of the quarter. She's played the whole quarter, and you get a little lazy with your defense, and she's been fantastic defensively. A lot of turnovers she's forced. And Danny brings it over the timeline. Now she picked up her dribble. Weisdorfer's all over her again. She almost stole it, and she did steal it. Weisdorfer with another steal. So that defensive pressure paying off. 1:30 to go in the quarter. The shot's up. No good. The three-pointer here by Flood. And it goes off of Mustangs. That'll be Pleasanton ball. Weisdorfer to inbound. Weisdorfer spends a lot of time with the ball in her hands. You can tell she's one of the leaders of the court. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound number 33, she shoots no good. And it's knocked out of bounds by Lauren Smith. It'll be Mustang ball. Mary Day getting ready to inbound. The girls getting their press breaker. Now the two go away because they're doing a zone press break instead of man-to-man press, or a zone press instead of a man-to-man press, so there's really no reason to pick. Uh-oh, she's stuck in the corner. That's what you don't want to see. So as soon as Danny crosses the timeline and she's in that corner, those girls trap her, and they have the timeline. They've got the out-of-bounds line, and then two girls, she's literally stuck in a box that she can't get out of. She got lucky that time. It got knocked out. But Danny has it down the middle now, just under a minute. Weisdorfer knocks it over the timeline, and there's a travel. The pressure for Weisdorfer on Danny Claflin just a little too much for her to handle, but she'll learn to deal with that pressure eventually. That's what these JV games are for. Weisdorfer down to, who's that? Taryn Flood in the corner. Knocked out of bounds by Corinne Bryan, so it'll stay here. Looks like we must have some sisters here, a lot of sisters. We got the Floods, Taryn and JC, the Lidners, they're twins. Three-pointer up and in by JC Flood. So right when I was talking about her, she pops a three. Press break. Josie Smith has it knocked away. Stolen by Flood up to Weisdorfer. She dribbles all the way in, up and good. Weisdorfer with her first 2 points of the game. And the score now 9-0. Under 20 seconds to go. Smith gets it over the timeline but loses it. And it's stolen by Taryn Flood, the other Flood. Now over to Weisdorfer for a deep three. It's good. So she finally got one to go. I knew she'd get one. But now she steals it and puts it up and in. So right at the end of the quarter, 5 points scored by Weisdorfer in about 10 seconds. Not even that, maybe 5 seconds. And that extends the lead to 14-0 here. Coach Hunt knows that she's kind of going to be up against it in some of these JV games. But she's been trying, they've been doing a better job of getting the ball down the court and getting the ball out of bounds. That's been kind of the tough thing that they've been struggling with in the past, but you can see that they're starting to get some success with it. And turnovers are going to happen in JV games. We're going to take a 3-minute short halftime here. Remember, we're going to go 3 quarters, so we start with the second quarter, then we take a break, then which would be halftime, but they don't take a full halftime because they only play in 1 quarter, and then they'll have the third and fourth quarter here shortly. So I'll take a short break and get a drink. All right, and the Mustangs come back out onto the court. And we'll start with Mustangs basketball to start the second half. So we will have 2 quarters this half. Looks like both teams are, nope. The Mustangs are going to start Tessa Atkins now. Start the second half, so she'll get see her first action of the day. Hoisman to inbound, gets it into Tessa. Tessa Nichols, who almost has it stolen. She gets it across the timeline to Jackson. Jackson takes a dribble but has it knocked out of bounds. That'll be Mustang ball. Taryn Flood knocking it out of Kaylee's hand. Sydney Hoisman to inbound. Girls are running, setting picks. Not much there. They do get it in. See, we got some improvement doing that. Oh, it's a turnover. Flood takes it all the way in. Left hand, left side, no good. Rebound number 10. She puts it up. Rebound, no good. And it's off of Tessa Atkins out of bounds, so it'll be Pleasanton ball. 14-0 is our score with 7:39 to go in the third quarter. Weisdorfer head fakes, and she's fouled by Kaylee Jackson. That is Kaylee's third foul, so a little bit of foul trouble, and looks like coach will send in Corinne Bryan to take her place. And Weisdorfer getting ready to inbound it. She throws it all the way out to 33. That's Taryn Flood. Gets it over to 10. Back to Weisdorfer underneath. Nice pass underneath. Weisdorfer was on the right side of the hoop underneath, and she saw Rasmussen on the opposite block with nobody in front of her, so she just passed it around the Mustang defender and got it to Rasmussen, who put it up and was fouled. First shot no good by Rasmussen. And the foul goes on Sydney Hoisman, her first. Here comes the second shot. It is up and good. Rasmussen with her second free throw of the night and 2 points total. And here comes the press break and the press by Pleasanton. Nichols has it, now over to Atkins. Atkins, nice left-handed dribble down, knocked out of bounds. Ball knocked out of bounds by Weisdorfer. And they're going to call a foul on Weisdorfer, and that's her third. She was pretty clean early, but she's starting to pick up some fouls now. Nichols is going to inbound it. Got two Tessas out there, so we'll go with some last names. Two Claflins sometimes too. Jenna Claflin has it now, and there's a mass of humanity on the ground. Let's see what the call is. It's a jump ball. And it looks like Sydney got hit in the face pretty hard. She's a tough girl. That looked like it hurt, and she'll come out of the game. Might have a bloody lip there. Claflin, Danny will go in. Yeah, she's going to be okay. Weisdorfer brings it down. Goes right to 10, who squares up. That was Zwiener that shot the three, missed. Rebound, Claflin tries to get it up to Atkins. No, ball is turned over. Zwiener brings it up. Over to 25, that's J.C. Flood. And they go around the horn, they get it to the block. There's the other Flood, the shot up and in. Nice baseline move there by Taryn Flood. She came back to the middle of the lane to shoot that one. She's got 3 points. 17-0 is the score. Nice job by Tessa Nichols of doing some reverse dribbling and getting the ball down over the half-court line. Atkins has it, now over to Claflin. Pick set, she doesn't use it, back over to Jenna. Jenna tries to make the long pass to Nichols. It's knocked out of bounds, and they say it's off of Tessa. And so it'll be Pleasanton ball. So, geez, just not much going right for the Mustangs this afternoon. We'll see if they can change their luck. 17-0 the score, 6:17 to go in the third. Zwiener takes the three. It's up and it's in. Marina Zwiener. Ooh, Tessa Nichols, a nice little behind-the-back dribble and draws the foul. That's J.C. Flood's first foul. Both teams have 2 team fouls. The score is 20-0. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. And they'll inbound the ball. High inbounds, poor pass. Stolen by Pleasanton. Shots up, no good. Rebound up, no good. Danny Claflin ends up with it. Good job of fighting it off. Tessa Nichols goes behind the back again. Fancy dribbling. You know, it's good to go behind your back when it becomes an advantage for you to take it behind her back, and that's the way she's using it. And Danny ends up getting a 5-second call, probably a 7-second call that time. But in these JV games, when you're officiating, I've done hundreds of them. You don't really want to call that if you can help it, because it's just you give them kind of an extra second here or there. But that one was pretty obvious. All right, Zwiener squares up. Nope, she's going to pass it inside. Now the pass across to the left side of the court. Back up on top. It was quite a slap there that didn't get called. Nice pass to the block, but she's double teamed and looks like they're going to be pushed. The foul is on number 20, Tessa Nichols. I believe that's her first. Let's see if I can find her. Yep, first foul. Yeah. Nice pass back to the inbounder and blocked, though, by, I couldn't tell if that was Jenna or Corinne. One of them got their paw up there. Shots up, blocked again a little bit, and somehow it almost went in. Nice rebound by Jenna Claflin up to Tessa Atkins. She takes it all the way in. The shot up, no good. Rebound, Corinne knocked out of bounds. Oh, and the girl was out of bounds when she went out and did not establish both feet back in bounds before she touched the ball. So that is an out-of-bounds call, Mustang ball. 5 minutes to go in the third. 20-0 the score. The inbound is stolen. Rasmussen all the way in, and she gets her 2. That's 4 points for Natalie Rasmussen. She is a 5'4" freshman from Pleasanton. 4:46 to go here, 22-0. And a carry there on Tessa Nichols. She frustratedly bounces the ball back to the referee. And we have wholesale substitutions. Now we'll see some girls a little more our level. Looks like Pleasanton has a lot of girls out for basketball. They don't have two JV teams basically. Weisdorfer will stay on out of the group that was out there. Pass to 14, a new girl that checked in. She puts it up, no good. Rebound Weisdorfer, and she gets another bucket. 6 points for Weisdorfer. Oh. Mark that off wrong. 9 points for Weisdorfer. Josie Smith has it on the right corner. She gets stuck, gets it over to Jenna. Good job of getting that out before the 5 second. Jenna Claflin's going to have to dribble her pass. She passes it to Sydney. Sydney over to Tessa Atkins. The dribble in, the shot up, blocked, and taken by 14. Let's see who that is. Cheyenne. I'm not even going to attempt her last name. Foul down there at that end. And the girl hitting the deck. Fouls on number 11. Emma Gerloff, her first foul. Team's third, both teams with 3 fouls each here in the second half. 24-0 the score with just under 4 minutes to go in the third. Pass over to Smith. She can't handle it, and it's tied up. I thought she was going to grab that sucker, but it kind of got away from her, and they tied him up, but it'll still be Mustang ball. Mary Day into the game. Corinne Bryan will take a seat on the bench. Tessa Nichols yells go. They go around, get it to Mary. Mary has it stolen. And we got a travel before Jenna took the ball from her. She thought she was called for a foul, but she was not. Nichols will inbound again. 3:41 to go in the quarter. Josie Smith has it on the side, takes it in, has it stolen by Taryn Flood. She's still out there too. So Weisdorfer and Flood, the two still on from the first group of JV. Weisdorfer has it now, dribbles left down to the baseline, pass across, that pass again over to Flood. She puts it up and in. Taryn Flood with her 5th point of the afternoon. 26-0 the score. Another turnover. And now they get down on the floor. That's Sydney Hoisman tying up the Bulldog. And we'll have instead of a refs talk it over and give a jump ball, so it'll be Pleasanton ball. Weisdorf will inbound to Flood, and they'll head down the court. 3:09 to go. The ball's been out of bounds as much as it has inbounds the last minute. Pass inside, shot up, no good. Who's going to come away with it? It bounces out of bounds, and it'll be off of the Mustang foot. Stay Pleasanton ball. Man. Now the wind is terrible. The vent behind me is opening and closing. Shot for three is up. No good. Air ball. Rebounded by Pleasanton, though. They get another shot up, and this one is in and good. She tied up her feet and went down, but she got the shot. That was Cheyenne Hoingsworth. Hoistman over to Smith. Smith over to Mary Day. Passed it to her foot, but she ended up getting it. Hoistman dribbles across. She's got it on top now. Dead call. She gets it over to Tessa. Good job of moving the ball here with some really tight defense by Pleasanton. Now Nichols is dribbling around, backing down Weisdorfer, and Flood ends up with it. Mary Day trying to help her up. She went down kind of hard, but she looks like she's going to be okay. Substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 31 will come in for Flood. That's Lauren Smith. And Weisdorfer brings it down. 2:20 to go. 28-0 the score. Pass from down to the block. Nice little hook shot there by number 43. That is Kinley Giftstad. Nichols has it here. Three-pointer up. No good. First shot the Mustangs have taken in a long time. Unfortunately, it didn't go in. We have yet to score as the score is 30-0 here in the JV game. Mary Day comes out. Looks like Kaylee Jackson's back in. She's in there with 3 fouls, the only Mustang in foul trouble. Weisdorfer also has 3 for Bulldogs. And the ball. Now she passes it to the left. Now down to the block again to the girl who made the hook shot before. This time she airballs it, and Tessa Nichols is there to recover, and she dribbles it down the right side. She's got a head of steam, takes it into Weisdorfer, loses it, and once again, Weisdorfer wasn't established inbounds before she got the ball, and so that'll be a turnover. Out of bounds. In comes Jenna Claflin for Tessa Nichols. Jenna gets it into Sydney. Sydney has Weisdorfer all over her, and then she gets it back to Jenna. Jenna's looking, watching, and we have a timeout called by Coach Hunt. With 1:28 to go in the third quarter, Pleasanton leads 30-0. I can hear what Coach Hunt is saying, and I will summarize it for you with this. Check out. You need to check out and rebound. Check out and rebound. Move the ball to the corner. Coach Rohde's trying to give them some offensive suggestions. They just haven't had a lot of good looks at the bucket. Pleasanton has a really good defensive team here for JV. Weisdorfer has shot a lot of threes. She's made how many? 1. And it looks like Mulring has 1. I don't even remember that. But. All right, so the Mustangs inbound it, and we're back underway. Jackson gets it to Corinne. Corinne gets it up. Oh, no good. Almost had the first points. Everybody's on the floor, and it'll be a jump ball. It'll stay Mustangs ball, so they'll have it here underneath the Pleasanton goal. Yes, it's called a goal if you're super old like me. And it looks like Pleasanton's in a 2-3 zone as they inbound out to Hoistman, who jacks up a 3 off the rim. No good. Rebound by number 14, Cheyenne Hoingsworth. It's stolen by Jackson. She gets the hoop of the harm. Kaylee Jackson. Great job of sticking around underneath the bucket after that turnover, and then she ended up stealing the ball, putting it up, and was fouled. So the first point for the Mustangs will be a chance for an and one. That foul goes on J.C. Flood, her second. Let's see if Jackson can add to it here. The Mustangs up there a little bit further. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Pleasanton. Oh, stolen by Jenna Claflin this time. Up to Jackson again. She misses it, just barely missed it. And we got a foul on Jackson this time, and that's going to be her 4th. Trying to steal. Once you get a couple steals, you kind of think you can get all of them. And that's a pretty normal thing that happens. And you don't want, as an official, you're trying to prevent all the grabbing of the ball when, the other team has full possession. You don't want people just grabbing across people's arms the whole game, or you'll be here forever. Under a minute to go. 30-2 is the score. Pleasanton has it outside the three-point line, just kind of flipping it around. Now they get it down low to 43. Up and blocked by Corinne, but it was recovered, shot up, and Corinne gets the rebound off the missed shot. So Corinne Bryan really doing some good defensive work down in the lane. Over to Smith. Smith head fakes. Got her to go in the air. Pass to Danny Claflin for three. No good. Good job of playing down. Oh, Jenna Claflin gets a rebound, or gets the steal. Tries to pass it across. Now Danny has it. Back over to her sister, Jenna. And they set up. A couple dribbles around here on the top. Now over to Josie. Josie gets in the corner to Danny. Danny over to Jenna. Jenna for three. Almost. Danny gets a rebound, takes it up, and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line to shoot two. Mustangs have a chance to score here with 3.4 seconds to go. Foul on J.C. Flood, her third. Flood and Weisdorf are both with 3 fouls. Jackson with 4 for the Mustangs. Danny steps to the line. It's a swish. First point of the night for Danny. Mustangs' third point of the afternoon. Second shot is up. No good. Rebound bounces around, and Pleasanton comes out of the pack. And that'll end the quarter. So after basically 2 quarters of play, but it's the end of the third quarter. The score, Pleasanton 30, SEM 3. Both teams have 5 team fouls, and so that's pretty good. That's pretty solid there. You want to have 4 or 5 just to show that you're playing aggressive basketball. And Mustangs getting a couple turnovers here on Pleasanton's end of the court resulted in a couple points here, and took a while to get going, but maybe the ball start falling through the hoop finally. So they say 1, 2, 3 Mustangs and head out. Pleasanton will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. So the Mustangs will have the possession arrow in their favor. Rasmussen brings it down. Now goes left to Zwiener. Zwiener inside to 31. Takes a shot from the elbow. Up, no good. Rebound. Claflin, Danny, and they're trying to tie her up. They end up getting a steal out of it. Could have seen a foul there. And Zwiener puts it up and in. Her 5th point. 32-3 the score. Sydney brings it down here on the left side. Dribbles around, trying to find somebody open. Takes a shot from the elbow. No good. Rebound. Rasmussen. Natalie brings the ball down the right side. Passes it over to Zwiener. Up and no good. The ball got saved by a Pleasanton girl right to Zwiener, who puts it up and in. She's now got 7, and it's 34-3. Zwiener's on fire. Nice. Oh, good reverse pivot. Tessa Atkins open. She takes the shot. Oh, misses. The girls definitely want to see her score. And Pleasanton moves it around the shell. Now they're going to take a 3. That's Flood, no good. Rebound, not blocked by Danny Claflin, but they get it back. Zwiener over to Flood. Now across to Rasmussen, who takes the shot from the elbow. Swish for Rasmussen. She's got 6 points this afternoon. 36-3 the score. 6:22 to go in the game. Over to Atkins. Atkins takes a couple dribbles. She's got Zwiener on her. Oh, and Tessa dribbled the ball on the out-of-bounds line. Bummer. That was a tough one. Zwiener was really getting her body close to Tessa so she couldn't really do a whole lot. It's a good defensive tactic as long as you don't have somebody that knows how to use that against you and draw a foul. So Pleasanton has it now, and they're moving it around the top. Get it over to the left wing, now inside to the block. They're triple teamed, back out. The three-pointer is up. And we got a 3-second call before the shot, and it'll be Mustang ball. 5:47 to go in the game. 36-3 is our score. Each team with 5 team fouls apiece. And Sydney bringing the ball down the court for the Mustangs. She crosses over, a little reverse pivot. Another one. Oh, and stolen by Rasmussen. She comes down the middle, and she's fouled. And so that'll send Rasmussen to the line for 2. Danny Claflin got her money's worth out of that foul. First shot's up. No good. 36-3 the score. That was Claflin's second foul. Second one's up, and that one's good. Rasmussen adds to her point total, and she's up to 7 now. Huisman brings it down, reverse pivot again. Keeping the defender away from the ball this time. Now over to Danny Claflin on the left wing. She takes it down right onto the block. Corinne Bryan, nice move. Shot up, no good. Boy, that's exactly what you want to see. She got it on the block, had a nice pivot. Took a good shot, just didn't go in. Shot from the elbow by Pleasanton, and she's fouled by Corinne. That'll send her to the line for 2. Cheyenne Hoingsworth at the line. Her first shot's up, no good. I remember a lot of these names from volleyball for the varsity team for Pleasanton. Second shot's no good, but rebounded by Pleasanton. Rasmussen's shot goes errantly and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. Just under 5 minutes to go. Huisman bringing it down, Rasmussen on her. Trying to get it over to Tess Atkins. She walks, no call. Pass inside to Bryan is hard to handle and turns the ball over. It'll be Taryn Flood bringing it up for Pleasanton. Passes it over to, who is that? The other Flood. That's what I thought. 2 Floods out there. Nice rebound by Sydney Huisman, who rips the ball down. Danny Claflin has a little breakaway down here, and she travels. That was 1 too many steps even for JV. And we got 4 new girls coming in for the Mustangs. That's Josie Smith, Kaylee Jackson, Tessa Nichols, and Jenna Claflin. They'll leave Sydney in the game. That's interesting. So they put Huisman at the bottom of their 2-3 zone on the right wing, and they put Jenna Claflin up there on the top with Josie, probably because of Jenna's long arms and athleticism. Pleasanton trying to find a hole in the zone as they move around. This looks a little bit better for the Mustangs here defensively now. Flood has it on top, gets it over there, double teamed. Ooh, there's those long arms. Jenna Claflin almost got a steal right there. They try to set a pick. And they just can't really find a place to take a shot. Good defense by the Mustangs. There's a shot, but it's a deep 3 by Zwiener. She misses. Rebound by Jackson. Oh, man. Travel is the call. Oh, I don't know about that one. Passes in, the shot's up, no good. Rebound, Jenna uses her long arms to pull that down. She's got a lot of length. That really does help on the defensive end especially. She's going to be a good ball player here in a couple years. Get her a little time. She does get to play with the varsity. Pass over to Josie Smith. She's thinking about it. They try to poke it away from her, but she recovers. Gets it over to Sydney. Sydney takes a couple dribbles. Now she finds a hole down the middle. The shot's up, and it's good! Sydney Heusman with the runner in the lane gives the Mustangs their 5th point of the afternoon. 37-5. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. Zwiener has it. Inside to 14. Back to Zwiener. She thought about a 3. Goes over to Flood. Flood down low now to 43. Back up to Zwiener. Now down to 43, now back to 25. There looks like the triangle offense from the Lakers or the Bulls, depending on how old you are. Now they find a shot there in the elbow. It's no good. Rebound bounces around, knocked out of bounds by Pleasanton. Mustang basketball. 2:32 to go in your game. The first game of the afternoon, the JV ladies from SEM and Pleasanton. Tessa Nichols brings it up slowly down the court. Nice job of waiting for that offense to develop. Gets it over to Smith, who passes it nice down to the block. That's Kaylee Jackson taking it to the hole. She's fouled by number 43, Kinley Gilstead. And that'll send Jackson to the line for 2. She wants to add to that total. She's scoring the first basket of the night with an and 1. And we'll see if she can get this free throw to go here. She will be shooting 2. Mary Day set to check in. First one's no good. In comes Rasmussen and Day. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. We got a whole afternoon and evening of basketball. It's parents' night, so we'll definitely show you that action. The second shot up and swished by Kaylee Jackson. She's got 3 now on the afternoon. She is accounted for half of the Mustangs' points. Rasmussen brings it down the center. The Mustangs still in the 2-3 zone. Now they start to move around. You got the shot from the elbow, no good. Ball is loose and it's taken by Rasmussen, who dishes it down low. And Gilstad has another point, her 4th. She had that hook shot earlier. Good passing on the interior by the Bulldogs. Day has it on the left corner, almost has it stolen. Now back to Smith, who takes a dribble and gets it over to Nichols. She goes and sets a good pick. Mary Day was open for a second, but the defense from Zwiener is a little bit too much, and there's a turnover. Zwiener ends up with it, heading down with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the game. 39-5 the score. Shot up deep in the corner, no good. Rebound Pleasanton. Got to check out like Coach Hunt was telling them. Shot from the elbow up and no good. And a jump ball called. And it looks like it'll be Mustang basketball. 1:17 left in the game. Both teams are in the bonus. So if there are any more fouls, we'll be going to the line. Not sure what happened there, but they're going to try that again. Here we go. Tessa Nichols walking it down slowly. Going to run some clock off, get this thing over with. Get that bad taste out of their mouth and move on. Stolen by Emma Gerloff. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Kaylee Jackson. She's having a good game. If there's one bright spot in this, it would be her. She's had a good job offensively and defensively. Mary Day just shot it over the top of the backboard. And she laughs as she heads down the court. That girl has one of the most positive attitudes of anybody I've ever seen in my entire life. Rasmussen bring it down the right side. 40 seconds to go. Over to Zwiener. Now over to Rasmussen. If you wait for a second, they just pass it. So I might as well wait a little bit. Ooh, a free throw line shot. Up, no good. Rebound, Kaylee Jackson. She's having a whale of a game today. Here comes Tessa Nichols. She almost has it stolen by Zwiener, who's close. Got a little bit of a shove off, and now we got an offensive foul by Tessa Nichols. They tried to let the first one go, but if you're going to do it twice in a row, you're definitely going to get caught. Nichols' second foul. That's frustration foul there. Oh, actually, that's her 3rd. it's tough to get beat 39-5. You know, it does weigh on you a little bit, and frustrations can happen. You don't want to stay in control, but it just shows you have passion for the game. Shot up, no good. Rebound Pleasanton. 2 seconds. One. Blocked by Josie Smith to end the game. So number 14 doesn't get her shot up. Josie Smith with that long left arm. The black sleeve on it just knocked it out of the way. And so at least they end on somewhat of a positive note. 39-5 was the final score of the JV game. And now the boys will start warming up. And we'll see, I'm not sure how many quarters of that we'll have, but I'll go check on that and be back in a few to relay the information and get started with the boys' JV basketball game coming up next. Looks like just before we take a short break here, there will be a 15-minute warm-up for the JV boys game, just a little bit shorter, since that game did take a little while. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Enjoy the warm-up. I appreciate the likes that we're getting here on our YouTube video. If you'd like to subscribe to the SEM Mustangs Athletic YouTube channel, I'm sure they're going to show more than just athletics on here. I'd love to have our music concerts on here, but I'm afraid copyright probably makes that kind of tough. But if you're enjoying yourself, hit that thumbs up button and like our video. We appreciate it and love the support. Okay, so we got just a little, 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the warm-up. They kind of fiddled with the time. It looks like we're going to go 2 quarters from what the officials told me. Had to go check the concession stand out. I appreciate everybody that helps. I tell you, one of the reasons that I love living in this community is the willingness of people to help. Even if, so esports is running the concession stand, but we don't have very many people. A lot of kids were working on Saturday, and some parents could make it, some couldn't, but Madeira Eggleston even just volunteered to help. She doesn't have a kid in esports. She just helped us get set up because we needed help. And that kind of stuff happens all the time around here, and it's just really makes me happy and proud to be a Mustang. Well, let's see if the JV boys can have any better luck. Ooh, a Darren Schroeder, a nice warm-up three-pointer made there. It was a pretty brutal game, that last game, but we'll get that bad taste out of our mouth. There were some positive things. Corinne Bryan and Kaylee Jackson had some good things going down. I talked to the refs. We kind of chuckled about how some of the times when the games get that far out of hand, it's kind of tough to, you don't really want to call everything. You want to keep the game moving, and sometimes you can do that, and sometimes the players just, if a foul is a foul, you have to call it, whether the score is 100-0 or 50-50. Well, let's look at the roster for the Bulldogs tonight. The JV roster has Kelser Dixon, Copeland Karstens, Michael Geisler, Joseph Eaton, Tanner Zimmer, and Mason Lammers. All freshmen except for the last kid. Tanner Zimmer is a 6-foot freshman. That's pretty tall for a freshman. And we have Colt Schroeder. Jace Rosentrader will play a little bit here. We got Bart Beatty, Ryan Arbuthnot, Darren Schroeder, Gage Schledowitz. Trying to just kind of pick out which kids play JV. Well, I could have just looked down there, I guess. I see them all down there. And I don't know if I said Bart Beatty. Bart Beatty's in there too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 6 players suited up for JV for the Mustangs. 1, 2, 3. It looks like, 6 players for Pleasanton too, unless they suit up a couple varsity. Looks like they got 7 down there. Yeah. Nope, 8 players. So they got 8 players suited up down there. We got 6 down here. Probably the reason why we're going 2 quarters. Can't really play 4 quarters with that many people. Plus, as we've said before in previous broadcasts, you can only play 6 quarters a night of JV and varsity combined. So this way, a lot of teams play 2 quarters because you can play your whole squad. You don't have to worry about having too many quarters. If you play 3 quarters and you have a girl or a boy that plays even 1 minute in each of those 3 quarters, that counts as 3 quarters. So they have to sit 1 quarter of the varsity game and not play. NSAA rules. And we're getting ready for tip-off. It looks like the Mustangs came out with masks, and then when they saw their opponent didn't have any masks, they took them off. So the girls all wear masks, the boys don't. It's a strange 2020, 2021 has been one weird year. Weird school year. All right, we got the red going the right way and the white going the right way. You always go towards your bench. To start, the tip is controlled by Pleasanton. That's Tanner Dixon with the ball out on top. Gage Schledowitz on him. They try to set the pick, but Gage makes it through. Now he's stopped the ball and get it into the corner. Number 11, Craig Kingston has it. Kingston goes across top. This looks like it should be, Mustangs might have a pretty good go at this squad. Colt Schroeder out on top. He's guarding Copeland Karstens. Oop, I was in the wrong. Stolen. Well, I'm doing a terrible job. All right. 7:24 to go. Let's try this again. Dixon has it out on top. He passes it over to 20. That's Caden Kershaw. It's knocked around and stolen. Jace Rosentrader ends up with it. So 2 turnovers by the Bulldogs. Start the game. Ryan Arbuthnot has it in the corner. Now he dribbles all the way into the lane. Head fakes, gets it out to Beatty. Beatty thought about a 3. Now he steps up, takes it from the elbow. No good. Rebound. Bounces around, and Dixon ends up with it. And he'll bring it down the court.